He helped a lost alien girl find her mother until he realized his mistake. Helion Spire sprawled beneath a choking haze. 12 million souls packed its towering spires. Toxic fog curled through the streets. Acid rain fell in relentless sheets. The 27th century had turned this megacity into a grim blend of human and alien life. Cole Mercer navigated its shadows with ease. At 35, Cole carried the weight of his past. Once an orbital security officer, he now takes freelance guard jobs. A failed mission haunted him. His teammates' death still echoed in his mind. Rain soaked his worn coat as he walked the lower levels. Neon hover ads flickered above, casting jagged light. The storm grew fiercer that night. Cole moved through the alleys, boots splashing in puddles. Something caught his eye. A small figure huddled against a wall. An alien girl, no older than 8. Her glowing blue eyes shimmered in the dark. She shivered, alone and soaked. 3 bandits closed in on her. Their shock batons crackled faintly. Low laughter mixed with the rain's drone. Cole stepped forward without hesitation. His training surged back. He grabbed the first bandit's arm, twisting it sharply. The man crumpled. Cole's fist met the second's stomach, dropping him with a wheeze. The third lunged, baton swinging. Cole sidestepped, striking the man's neck. All 3 lay still in moments. The girl looked up, trembling. "I'm lost, Mom," she whispered. Her voice barely rose above the storm. Cole's gruff exterior softened. Something stirred in him, a flicker of care. He knelt, keeping his tone steady. "Hey, kid, where's your mom?" She pointed vaguely, her pale blue skin glistening. Those glowing eyes marked her as an alien. Cole scanned the empty street. "Come with me. We'll find her." He took her small hand. They moved toward the covered market. Neon signs buzzed, bathing the stalls in electric glow. Alien traders bartered with sharp voices. Human scavengers rifled through crates. The air smelled of spices and engine grease. The girl stayed close, her steps hesitant. A woman pushed through the crowd. Her pale green skin and silver blue hair stood out sharply. Her eyes, filled with worry, locked on the girl. "Mira!" She rushed forward, wrapping the child in a tight embrace. Turning to Cole, she breathed, "Thank you." Her voice was soft but strained. "Name's Cole," he said simply. "I'm Sera. This is Mira," she replied, holding her daughter close. Cole saw the fear in Sera's eyes. Something wasn't right. Shouts broke the market's hum. Mercenaries stormed in, their red insignia gleaming. Helix Dynamics. Cole knew that symbol too well. He'd guarded their shipments years ago. Their visors scanned faces, locking on Sera and Mira. One pointed barking orders. Cole's instincts flared. "Run!" he said, grabbing Sera's arm. He pulled them behind a stall. Traders shouted in protest as mercenaries shoved through. Cole spotted a hidden grate in the floor. "This way." He pried it open, revealing dark tunnels below. They dropped down, the damp air hitting them hard. Cole's flashlight cut through the gloom. Footsteps echoed behind. The mercenaries were closing in. He quickened his pace, leading them deeper. Sera carried Mira, her breath ragged. "Why are they after you?" Cole asked, voice low. "Long story," Sera panted. "Helix wants us back." Cole didn't push further. His gut screamed danger. He turned a corner, water dripping from rusted pipes. The tunnel twisted upward. Gunfire sparked behind them. Bullets pinged off metal walls. Cole shoved Sera forward. "Keep moving!" He fired his pistol once, its hum sharp. A mercenary grunted and fell. Cole caught up, heart pounding. The tunnel opened to a windswept platform. The Atmospheric Monastery floated above, 3 miles up in the clouds. Its spires glowed faintly, a beacon of refuge. Cole hailed a lift drone. It descended slowly, rain lashing its sides. The mercenaries' shouts grew louder below. The drone reached them. They climbed aboard, the platform shuddering as it rose. Helix men fired upward, shots streaking past harmlessly. The monastery's quiet embraced them, Monks in soft robes moved silently, their spires draped in mist. Cole leaned against the railing, catching his breath. Sera set Mira down, the girl's eyes heavy with exhaustion. "Safe now," Sera whispered, brushing Mira's hair. Cole watched the city below, fog swallowing Helion Spire's jagged skyline. He'd saved them, but questions gnawed. Why Helix? Why a mother and child? Mira tugged his sleeve. "Thank you, mister." Her voice was small but clear. Cole managed a faint smile. "Call me Cole." Sera approached, her expression heavy. "We owe you. Helix won't stop." Cole met her gaze. "Tell me more when we're clear. Rest now." Monks offered simple rooms. Beds were plain, lights warm. Cole sat alone, rain pattering outside. He cleaned his pistol methodically. His mind churned. Sera's fear, Mira's innocence, Helix's pursuit. He'd guarded their crates once, never asking what was inside. Now he wondered. Morning broke slowly. Clouds parted, revealing glimpses of the toxic city. Cole found Sera in a quiet hall. Mira played nearby, giggling at a monk's prayer beads. "We need to talk," Cole said. Sera nodded, her eyes guarded. "Not here. Somewhere safer." The monastery hummed with peace, but danger lingered below. Helix's reach spanned 200 facilities across colonized worlds. Cole knew their power. He'd been part of it once, blindly loyal. Now cracks showed in that life. They shared a simple meal. Broth warmed their hands, bread filled their stomachs. Mira laughed at a monk's tale, her glowing eyes bright. Cole watched her, a spark of purpose igniting. She was innocent, caught in something vast. He'd help her, for now. A monk approached, voice low. "Visitors below, Helix colors." Cole stood, checking his pistol's charge. "Time to move." Sera gathered Mira. They headed for the back lift, tension coiling again. The descent awaited, and with it, the next step into the unknown. The Atmospheric Monastery floated serene above Helion Spire. Its spires glowed faintly, draped in mist. Monks chanted softly, their voices blending with the hum of wind. Cole Mercer stood by a window, watching clouds swirl. Sera Valayan sat nearby, cradling Mira. The girl slept, her glowing eyes dimmed. Cole's mind churned, replaying the market chase. Sera's voice broke the silence. "I was a bioengineer for Helix Dynamics." Her tone was heavy, eyes distant. Cole turned, leaning against the cold stone. "Helix, big player. What did they do to you?" Sera's fingers tightened around Mira. "Not just me. It's what they're doing to children." She spoke of Helix's reach. 200 facilities spread across colonized worlds. Their labs crafted hybrid warriors, blending human and alien DNA. Sera's work had fueled their science. "I didn't know at first," she said. "Then I saw the truth." Her voice cracked, gaze dropping. Mira stirred, murmuring in sleep. Sera smoothed her hair. "Mira's not my blood. I saved her from the labs. She's a hybrid, marked by those eyes." Cole's jaw tightened. He'd guarded Helix shipments years ago. Crates moved under his watch, never opened. Guilt clawed at him now. "We need the Interplanetary Bureau," Sera said. "They can stop Helix." Cole nodded slowly. He knew someone there. Nolan Graves, his old commander, a man he'd trusted once. "Bureau's 50 miles out. I'll get you there." Sera's eyes held hope, but worry lingered. A monk passed, his robes rustling. His gaze lingered on Cole, seeing a man torn. Redemption pulled at him, but self-doubt anchored deep. The monk moved on, silent. Cole felt the weight of that look. His past mission flashed. A teammate's scream in orbit. His fault. They were prepared to leave. Monks offered supplies, simple packs of food and water. Cole checked his pistol. Its charge was steady. Sera bundled Mira in a cloak. The girl yawned, rubbing her eyes. "Where are we going, Cole?" she asked. He managed a half smile. "Somewhere safe, kid." The hovercraft waited outside, battered but ready. Cole helped Sera and Mira aboard. The engine growled, kicking up dust. Acid rain fell lighter now, but Helix drones patrolled the skies. Cole steered through the industrial wastelands. Ruins of old colonies loomed, skeletal and rusted. Sera sat quietly, holding Mira close. The girl pointed at a distant tower. "What's that?" Cole glanced. "Old relay station. Dead now." His voice was gruff, but Mira's curiosity softened him. He kept his eyes ahead, dodging debris. Drones buzzed far off, their red lights faint. The wasteland stretched endlessly, 50 miles of desolation. Cole's thoughts wandered to his past. Guarding Helix convoys, orders followed blindly. He'd never questioned the cargo. Now Mira's glowing eyes burned in his mind. What had he helped move? His grip tightened on the controls. Sera spoke low. "Helix experiments on kids like Mira. I helped some escape, but not enough." Her voice shook with guilt. Cole stayed silent, his own regret mirroring hers. He'd failed a teammate. She'd built monsters. They both carried shadows. Mira hummed softly, unaware of the weight. Cole glanced back. Her innocence cut through the gloom. He pushed the hovercraft faster, weaving through crumbled factories. A drone's hum grew closer. Cole cursed under his breath. "Hold tight," he said. He veered into a narrow canyon. The drone's light swept overhead, missing them. Sera clutched Mira, her face pale. "They're hunting us," she whispered. Cole nodded. "Helix doesn't quit." His training kept him calm, but anger simmered. He'd trusted Helix once. No more. The hovercraft rattled, engine straining. Cole kept it steady, eyes scanning for threats. The Bureau outpost was close now. A fortress in the waste, its turrets glinting. Hope flickered in Sera's eyes. Cole felt it too, but caution held him back. Graves was their shot, but trust was thin. Mira pointed again. "Look, birds!" Tiny shapes flitted in the toxic sky. Cole grunted. "Not birds, scavenger drones." Mira's face fell. Sera hugged her tighter. "It's okay, sweetheart." Cole felt a pang. He wanted to protect that hope. The outpost loomed closer. Its walls were stark, built to withstand raids. Cole slowed the hovercraft, scanning for patrols. "We're almost there," he said. Sera nodded, but her hands trembled. Mira looked up at Cole. "You'll stay with us, right?" He met her gaze. "Yeah, kid, I will." His mind drifted again. That failed mission. The explosion in orbit. His teammate's final cry. Saving Mira wouldn't erase it, but it felt like a start. Cole steered toward the outpost's gate. Automated turrets tracked them, then lowered. They were in. Cole cut the engine. The silence was heavy. Sera gathered Mira, stepping out. Cole followed, pistol ready. The outpost buzzed with activity. Soldiers moved in crisp patterns. Cole's eyes searched for Graves. This was their chance. But something felt wrong. They crossed the courtyard. A figure emerged from the command building. Nolan Graves, tall and polished. His black suit gleamed, gray hair neat. He smiled, but his eyes were cold. "Cole, been a while." His voice was smooth, too smooth. Cole's gut twisted. Sera stepped forward, holding Mira's hand. "We need your help," she said. Graves' gaze flicked to Mira. That glint again. Cole's hand rested on his pistol. He didn't trust that look. The outpost felt less like safety now, more like a trap. The Interplanetary Bureau outpost stood like a fortress. Its steel walls cut through Helion Spire's decay. Automated turrets hummed, tracking every move. Cole Mercer led Sera and Mira across the courtyard. Nolan Graves' smile lingered in Cole's mind. Too sharp, too calculated. His hand stayed near his pistol. Graves ushered them into a command room. Screens glowed with data, mapping Helix patrols. "Sit," Graves said, his voice smooth. Sera clutched Mira's hand, her pale green skin stark under the lights. Cole stood, eyes scanning the exits. Something felt wrong. Sera spoke first. "Helix Dynamics is experimenting on children." Her voice was steady but tight. She pulled a data chip from her cloak, sliding it across the table. 47 hybrids, still in their labs. Graves leaned forward, his gray eyes narrowing. That's a bold claim, Ms. Valen. Cole watched Graves closely. The man's polished suit and neat hair screamed control. Years ago, Cole had followed his orders without question. Now, doubt crept in. Graves tapped the chip, pulling up files. Images flickered. Children in pods, their eyes glowing like Mira's. Cole's stomach turned. A technician lingered nearby, her fingers pausing on a console. She overheard Graves' encrypted call moments before. His voice had been low, promising Helix something. Her eyes darted to Sera, then away. Fear kept her silent, but guilt gnawed. She saw Mira's small frame and hesitated. Graves leaned back, steepling his fingers. This is serious. We'll investigate. His tone was too calm. Cole's instincts screamed trap. Mira shifted closer to Sera, her glowing eyes wide. Cole? She whispered. He gave her a nod, keeping his focus on Graves. Then it happened. Graves tapped his wristcom. The doors hissed open. Bureau guards stormed in. Rifles raised. Seize them, Graves said, his smile gone. Sera gasped, pulling Mira behind her. Cole drew his pistol, heart pounding. What's this, Nolan? He growled. You're out of your depth, Mercer, Graves said. Helix pays better than loyalty. His words hit like a blade. Cole's trust was shattered. He'd fought for this man. Now betrayal stared back. The guards advanced, their boots heavy on the floor. Cole moved fast. He shoved Sera and Mira toward a service vent. Go! He shouted. A guard lunged. Cole slammed his elbow into the man's jaw. Another fired, the shot grazing Cole's arm. Pain seared, but he kept moving. He returned fire, dropping one guard. The room erupted in chaos. Sera yanked the vent open, pushing Mira inside. Cole covered them, his pistol humming. Graves stood calm, watching. You can't win, Cole, he called. Cole didn't answer. He dove into the vent, pulling it shut. Bullets sparked against the metal. The vent was tight, the air stale. Cole crawled ahead, his wound throbbing. Blood trickled down his arm. Sera followed, Mira between them. Keep going, Cole said, voice low. The outpost's alarms blared above. They moved fast, dropping into a lower maintenance tunnel. Footsteps echoed behind. Bureau guards weren't giving up. Cole's mind raced. Graves, a traitor. Helix's reach is deeper than he'd feared. They emerged in a scrapyard, the air thick with oil and rust. Figures moved in the shadows. Cole raised his pistol, tense. Easy, a voice called. A grizzled man stepped forward, hands up. We're not Helix. His name was Kale, leader of a group of engineers. Exiles betrayed by Helix years ago. Their faces were hard, eyes carrying old pain. We heard the alarms, Kyle said. Figured you needed help. Sera explained quickly, her voice urgent. Helix is after us. They want Mira. Kyle's gaze softened at the girl. We know their game. Lost people to their labs. He gestured to a hidden bunker. This way. Cole hesitated, then lowered his weapon. Trust was risky, but they had no choice. The bunker was a maze of scavenged tech. Engineers worked on battered consoles, sparks flying. Cole's wound burned, blood soaking his sleeve. A medic patched him up, her hand steady. You'll live, she said. Cole grunted, pain clouding his thoughts. Sera sat with Mira, whispering comfort. The girl clung to her, scared but quiet. Cole paced, rage simmering. Graves' betrayal cut deep. He'd trusted the man, fought for him. Now he was just another Helix pawn. Cole's fists clenched, knuckles white. Kyle approached, his voice low. Helix took my son, experimented on him. His eyes were steel. If you're fighting them, we're in. Cole nodded, his anger finding focus. We need a plan. Sera knows their tower. Sera looked up, resolute. I'll get you inside. We end this. Mira's small voice broke through. Why do they want me, Mom? Sera knelt, hugging her. Because you're special, but we'll keep you safe. Cole watched, his purpose sharpening. He'd failed before. Not this time. The bunker hummed with activity. Engineers prepped gear, their faces set. Cole's wound ached, but he pushed it aside. Graves's words echoed, "Helix pays better." Cole's jaw tightened. Power wasn't real. Protecting Mira was. Sera stood, her silver blue hair catching the dim light. "We hit their tower. Free the others." Her voice was firm, no trace of doubt. Cole met her gaze. "Then we move fast." The engineers nodded, ready. The fight was coming, and Cole felt it in his bones. The scrapyard bunker thrummed with purpose. Sparks flew from welders, lighting up the dim space. Cole Mercer sat, his arm bandaged but stiff. The pain lingered, a dull throb. Engineers moved around him, their tools clinking against scavenged metal. Sera studied a cracked screen, her fingers tracing Helix Tower schematics. Mira played nearby, stacking bolts into tiny towers. Kyle, the grizzled mechanic, approached Cole. His eyes carried old wounds. "Helix took my son, turned him into something else." His voice was rough like gravel. Cole nodded, understanding loss too well. His teammates' scream still haunted him. Cal saw Cole as a chance to strike back, but his gaze held distrust. Outsiders rarely lasted here. Sera called them over. "This is Helix's tower." The screen showed a 1.2-mile-high fortress, its quantum-locked doors glowing red. "Biosensors detect alien DNA within 100 meters, she said. Her silver blue hair fell across her face, hiding her guilt. Cole leaned in, studying the layout. Tough nut to crack. The group gathered, a mix of exiles and survivors. All had lost something to Helix. They planned a raid to free the hybrid children. Cal's team offered tech, EMP devices built from old Starship parts. "These'll knock out their drones," he said, holding a pulsing gadget. Cole tested its weight, impressed. Cole took charge, his military training kicking in. He drilled the team on tactics, his voice steady despite the pain in his arm. "We hit fast, stay low, no heroes." The engineers listened, their faces hard but eager. Sera mapped entry points. Her knowledge of Helix was precise. Cole watched her work, seeing her resolve harden. Mira tugged at Cole's sleeve, her glowing eyes curious. "Why are you helping us, Cole?" He knelt, meeting her gaze. "Made mistakes before. Trying to fix them." His voice was gruff but honest. Mira smiled, small but bright. She mimicked a whistle, the sound shaky. Cole chuckled, showing her again. Her success warmed the cold bunker. Cal's perspective shifted as he watched. Cole wasn't just a soldier, he cared. Kyle's distrust eased, replaced by grudging respect. He handed Cole a modified rifle. "You'll need this." Cole tested the grip, nodding. The weapon felt solid, reliable. Sera warned the group again. "Helix's sensors are sharp. They'll spot Mira's DNA." She glanced at her daughter, fear flickering. Cole caught her look. "We'll keep her hidden." He assigned 2 engineers to guard Mira during the raid. The girl protested, but Sera hushed her gently. The team worked late, prepping gear. Cole's wound ached, slowing his steps. He pushed through, checking EMP charges and comms. The engineers moved with purpose, their hands steady. One showed Cole a hacked drone, its lights rewired to confuse Helix sensors. "Smart," Cole said, clapping the man's shoulder. Sera sat with Cole later, the bunker quiet. "I built their systems," she admitted. "Helped make those kids what they are." Her voice broke, eyes distant. Cole stayed silent, his own guilt heavy. He guarded Helix's secrets once, blind to their cost. "We'll fix this," he said finally. Sera nodded, her resolve returning. Mira slept nearby, curled under a blanket. Her glowing eyes flickered in dreams. Cole watched her, a spark of purpose growing. She was why they fought. Not just for her, but for all the kids Helix caged. He cleaned his rifle, movements automatic. His past failures loomed, but this felt different. Cal approached, holding a map. "We move at dawn. Acid storm's coming. Good cover." Cole studied the plan, nodding. Storm will mask our approach. The team finalized roles. Cole and Sera would lead the infiltration, and Kale's crew would handle drones. Mira would stay back, safe with guards. The bunker's air grew tense. Engineers checked weapons, their faces set. Cole felt the weight of command again. His old missions had been clean, structured. This was messy, personal. He glanced at Mira, her small form peaceful. He wouldn't fail her. Sera stood addressing the group. "We free those kids. End Helix's experiments." Her voice was firm, no trace of doubt. The engineers nodded, their anger shared. Cole felt it too, a fire building. Graves's betrayal still stung, but this was bigger. Helix had to fall. Cole took Mira aside before dawn. "You stay safe, okay?" She nodded, clutching a small bolt from her tower. "You'll come back, right?" Her voice was small. Cole forced a smile. "Promise, kid." He whistled softly and she echoed it, stronger now. The moment steadied him. The team gathered at the bunker's exit. The storm rumbled outside, acid rain hissing. Cole checked his gear. Rifle, pistol, knife. His wound burned, but he ignored it. Sera stood ready, her eyes sharp. Kale handed out EMPs, his face grim. "Let's hit 'em hard," he said. They stepped into the storm, the bunker fading behind. Cole led the way, his steps sure. The tower waited, a dark giant in the haze. Mira's whistle echoed in his mind, a reminder of why they fought. The raid was coming, and Cole was ready. The acid storm roared over Helion Spire. Rain hissed against the team's cloaks, masking their approach. Cole Mercer led the way, his rifle steady despite the ache in his arm. The Helix Dynamics tower loomed ahead, its 1.2-mile-high frame piercing the toxic sky. Sera Valan followed close, her face set. Kyle and the engineers trailed, clutching EMP devices. Mira stayed behind, hidden in the bunker with 2 guards. Cole signaled a halt near the tower's base. Laser grids glowed faintly, their hum cutting through the storm. Kyle pulled out a hacked pad, fingers flying. "Got the codes," he whispered. The grids flickered, then died. Cole nodded, impressed. "Move quietly, in and out." They slipped through a service hatch, the metal cold under their hands. Inside, the tower was sterile. White walls gleamed, lined with glowing panels. Cole's boots echoed softly. They reached the lab levels where cryogenic pods lined the walls. 47 hybrid children slept inside, their glowing eyes faint through frosted glass. Cole's jaw tightened. Sera froze, her breath catching. "My work," she whispered, guilt raw. She shook it off, moving to a console. Her fingers danced, hacking the system. Lines of code scrolled fast. "Uploading the virus," she said. Her hands trembled, facing her past sins. Cole kept watch, rifle raised. The lab was too quiet, the air heavy with antiseptic. A guard patrolled nearby, his steps slow. His eyes lingered on the pods, doubt flickering. He'd seen the children's faces, their glowing eyes. Helix's threats kept him loyal, but his heart wavered. He didn't notice Cole's team, hidden in the shadows. Cole signaled to stay low, avoiding a fight. Alarms blared suddenly. Red lights pulsed. Cole cursed under his breath. "They know we're here." Security bots whirred to life, their plasma rifles charging. Cole fired first, a shot sparking off a bot's armor. The lab erupted in chaos. Plasma scorched the walls, leaving black streaks. Engineers returned fire, their scavenged rifles humming. Mira's face flashed in Cole's mind. He'd promised to come back. A bot lunged. He dodged, slamming his rifle into its core. It sparked and fell. Sera kept working. The virus upload was steady. "Almost there," she said, voice tight. Cole covered her, his wounds screaming with each move. An engineer freed the first pod. A child stumbled out, eyes glowing like Mira's. She clung to Cole's leg, small and scared. His resolve hardened. "Stay close," he told her. The team worked fast, opening pods. Children blinked, confused but alive. Kyle's crew guided them toward the exit. Sera finished the upload. Mainframe's crippled, she said, stepping back. The console sparked, data frying. Cole nodded. Good, let's move. He glanced at the children, their glowing eyes wide. They had to get them out, all of them. The team split. Cal led half to escort the children to the stolen shuttle. Cole and Sera headed for the tower's core. Bots pursued, their metal feet clanging. Cole fired back, each shot precise. His arm burned, blood seeping through the bandage. He ignored it, driven by the kids' faces. They reached a sealed door. Sera hacked it open, her skills sharp despite the chaos. The core chamber waited beyond, pulsing with bioengineered vats. Glowing tissue floated inside, grotesque and alive. Cole's stomach turned. This is what they're building? Sera nodded grimly. Weapons, not children. A bot charged from the shadows. Cole tackled it, his knife slicing its circuits. Sparks flew, and it collapsed. Sera pulled him up, her eyes fierce. We end this here. Cole agreed, his anger matching hers. Helix's crime stopped tonight. The children's cries echoed behind. Kale's team was holding, but time was short. Cole's wound slowed him, each step heavy. Sera stayed focused, her hands steady on the next console. Self-destruct's in here, she said. I can lock it to my biometrics. Cole didn't like her tone. It sounded final. Plasma fire lit the hall behind. Bots closed in, their rifles blazing. Cole returned fire, dropping two. His vision blurred, pain spiking. The children needed him. Mira needed him. He pushed forward, covering Sera. She worked fast, code streaming across the screen. An engineer shouted over comms. Shuttle's ready. Kids are boarding. Cole exhaled, relieved. Half the mission was done. But the core was their last stand. Sera's fingers paused, her eyes meeting Cole's. I'll finish this. You get them out. He shook his head. We all leave. She didn't answer, her focus back on the console. Cole scanned the chamber, rifle ready. The vats pulsed faster, as if alive. Helix's horrors surrounded them. He thought of Mira's whistle, her small hand in his. He wouldn't fail her, not like before. The floor trembled faintly. Alarms screamed louder. Cole's heart raced. Something big was coming. He checked his rifle's charge, low but enough. Sera's hands moved faster, her face pale. The core's lights flickered, unstable. They were close, too close. Cole and Sera burst into the tower's core. The chamber pulsed with eerie light. Bioengineered vats bubbled, tissue swirling inside. Cole's rifle swept the room. His wound throbbed, blood warm on his skin. Sera moved to the central console. Her fingers flew across the keys. Footsteps echoed from the hall. Nolan Graves entered, flanked by 20 Helix soldiers. Their rifles were trained on Cole and Sera. Graves' black suit was crisp, his gray hair unmoved. He aimed his pistol at Cole. You made it far, Mercer. His voice was cold, mocking. Cole raised his rifle, steady despite the pain. Power is real, Mercer, Graves taunted. You were always too weak to see it. Cole's eyes narrowed. Conscience is real, Graves. You lost yours long ago. The words hung heavy, cutting through the hum. Gunfire erupted. Cole dove behind a vat, plasma bolts scorching the air. He fired back, dropping a soldier. Sera crouched low, working the console. Activating self-destruct, she said, her voice tense. Cole shielded her, taking a graze to his shoulder. Fresh pain flared, but he pushed it down. Soldiers advanced, their boots clanging. Cole rolled, firing precise shots. Two more fell, armor sparking. Graves barked orders, his face twisted. Take them alive if you can. Cole's rage built. Years of betrayal fueled each trigger pull. He clipped Graves's arm, drawing blood. Sera locked the sequence to her biometrics. It's done, she whispered. The chamber shook faintly. Alarms wailed louder. Graves snarled, firing wildly. A bolt hit Sera in the side. She collapsed, blood staining the floor, but her hands kept coding, defiant. Cole roared, charging Graves. Soldiers closed in. Cole fought hand to hand, his knife flashing. He disarmed one, slamming him into a vat. Glass cracked, fluid spilling. Graves lunged, pistol whipping Cole's face. Cole tasted blood but grabbed Graves's collar. They grappled, fists flying. Mira appeared in the doorway, hidden nearby. She shouldn't be here. One of Kale's guards must have slipped. She saw a soldier aiming at Cole. "No!" she cried, throwing a loose tool. It clattered, distracting the man. Cole seized the moment, twisting Graves's arm. The pistol dropped. The tower trembled harder. Lights flickered wildly. Vats bubbled over, alarms deafening. Cole pinned Graves, knee on his chest. "It's over," Cole growled. Graves laughed weakly. "Power wins, Mercer." Cole punched him silently, then turned to Sera. She lay still, blood pooling. Cole knelt, pressing her wound. "Hold on," he urged. Sera's eyes met his, calm. "Save Mira. Save them all." Her voice was faint but firm. Cole's heart twisted. He couldn't lose her now. Soldiers regrouped, but the self-destruct countdown blared. 2 minutes, the voice announced. Cole scooped Mira up, her small arms around his neck. "Mom," she sobbed. Cole glanced back at Sera. She nodded weakly, her hand on the console. He ran, Mira clinging tight. Corridors shook, debris falling. Kyle's voice crackled over comms. "Where are you? Shuttle's ready." Cole pushed through pain, his legs heavy. "Coming out. Sera's—" He couldn't finish. Explosions rocked the lower levels. Cole burst into the lab hall. Children huddled with engineers, their glowing eyes wide. "Move!" Cole shouted. They followed a chaotic line through the crumbling tower. Graves staggered up behind, but a falling beam blocked him. Cole didn't look back. The group reached the shuttle bay. Kyle waved them in, EMPs ready for drones. Cole set Mira down, her tears streaming. "Mom's coming?" she asked. Cole swallowed hard, unable to lie. The shuttle doors sealed. Engines roared. The tower's core flashed bright. Sera's silhouette appeared on a screen, her final act. She triggered the overload, her face peaceful. The feed cut as explosions chained upward. Cole held Mira close. The shuttle lurched free, soaring into the storm. Behind them, the tower buckled, a massive inferno lighting the sky. Helix's heart is won. But at what cost? Cole's shoulder burned, his arm numb. Mira buried her face in his chest. Kale piloted steadily, dodging debris. "We got 'em all," he said, glancing at the children. They clustered together, safe but scared. Cole nodded, exhaustion hitting. Graves was likely gone, buried in the rubble. Betrayal avenged. The Atmospheric Monastery grew closer, its spires a beacon. Cole's mind raced. Sera's sacrifice echoed. She had given everything. For Mira, for the kids. He stroked Mira's hair, her sobs quieting. "Why, Cole?" she whispered. He had no answer yet, just held her tighter. The shuttle landed softly. Monks rushed out, robes fluttering. They helped the children down, tending scrapes and fears. Cole stepped out last, legs unsteady. He collapsed against the shuttle, breath ragged. The kids were safe, Helix broken, but the pain lingered. Sera lay against the console, her breath shallow. Blood stained her side, her pale green skin ashen. Cole knelt beside her, Mira in his arms. "Sera," he said, voice breaking. She touched his hand, calm despite the pain. "Save Mira. Save the children." Her words were firm, a final command. The tower groaned, explosions rumbling below. Cole nodded, tears in his eyes. He lifted Mira, her small body trembling. "Mom," she whispered. Cole turned, leading the way out. Children followed, their glowing eyes wide with fear. Corridors collapsed behind them, debris crashing. Kyle's team waited ahead, EMP devices ready. Drones buzzed in pursuit, lights piercing the smoke. Kale fired an EMP, the pulse frying their circuits. Drones dropped, sparking. "Path's clear," Kale shouted. Cole pushed forward, his shoulder burning. The group moved as one through the chaos. One child glanced up at Cole. She saw him as a hero, tall and strong. Her fear eased, his presence a shield. She clutched a sibling's hand, steps quicker now. Cole didn't notice her gaze. He focused ahead, Mira's sobs in his ear. He glanced back once. Sera's silhouette stood against the core's glow. Her hand pressed the trigger, the final sequence. Light flared bright. Cole turned away, heart heavy. Explosions chained upward, the tower shaking violently. The group reached the shuttle bay. Cal herded the children aboard. Cole set Mira down, checking the doors. The shuttle hummed to life, engines roaring. They lifted off, the bay crumbling behind. The tower exploded fully, a 1.2-mile-high inferno. Flames lit Helion Spire's skyline, a beacon of destruction. The shuttle soared toward the Atmospheric Monastery. Clouds swallowed them, the storm raging outside. Cole sat with Mira, her head on his chest. She sobbed quietly. Why did Sera have to die? Her voice was small, broken. Cole held her, words failing. He stroked her hair, silent. The children huddled together, some crying, others numb. Engineers tended to minor wounds, their faces grim. Kyle piloted steadily, his eyes on the horizon. We did it, he said softly. Cole nodded, exhaustion weighing him down. Sera's sacrifice echoed in his mind. The monastery appeared, its spires glowing faintly. Monks signaled them in, the landing pad clear. The shuttle touched down gently. Doors hissed open. Monks rushed forward, robes fluttering in the wind. They helped the children out, guiding them inside. One monk wrapped a blanket around Mira. She clung to Cole, unwilling to let go. He carried her in, legs heavy. The monastery's halls were quiet, a stark contrast to the tower's roar. Monks tended wounds, their hands gentle. Children found beds, safety at last. Cole collapsed in a corner, back against the wall. His body ached, wounds throbbing. Relief washed over him, mixed with grief. The kids were safe. Helix's tower is gone, but Sera's face lingered, her calm eyes. He closed his breath, ragged. Mira curled beside him, her glowing eyes dim. Uncle Cole? She whispered. He opened his eyes, managing a weak smile. Yeah, kid. She didn't ask again, just held his hand. The monastery hummed with healing, monks moving softly. Kyle approached, his face weary. You okay? Cole nodded. Will be. Kyle sat nearby, silent support. The engineers rested too, their fight won. Outside, the inferno's glow faded, night reclaiming the sky. Cole's thoughts drifted to Sera's words. Atone for sins. Destroy the project. She had done both. He would protect Mira, honor that. His past mistakes felt lighter now. Redemption in the ashes. The children slept, their breathing even. Monks chanted low, a lullaby of peace. Cole watched over them, purpose renewed. The storm outside eased, rain softening. A new dawn waited, fragile but real. Months passed since the tower's fall. Cole Mercer stood by Sera's sea, waves lapping the shore. The distant colony world was tranquil, its coast a haven from Helion Spire's chaos. Mira played nearby, her pale blue skin warm in the sun. Her glowing eyes sparkled with joy. Cole watched her, a faint smile on his face. The Interplanetary Bureau had acted fast. A new treaty banned genetic experiments on hybrids. Helix's crimes were cited, their remnants scattered. Investigations swept colonized worlds, shutting down labs. Cole followed the news from afar, his role hidden. He did not need credit. Mira ran up, sat on her feet. Look, Uncle Cole! She held a shell, its colors shifting. He knelt, examining it. Nice find, kid. She beamed, her curiosity blooming. Cole felt peace settle in. His past wounds, physical and not, had healed some. He thought of Sera often. Her sacrifice had changed everything. In quiet moments, Cole's mind wandered to her calm eyes in the core. She had given her life for freedom, not just Mira's, but all the children's. Guilt lingered, but purpose replaced it. He would protect them. The community grew around them. Rescued children found homes with settlers. Some stayed near Cole, their glowing eyes a reminder of Helix's shadow. He trained locals in defense, his military skills shared freely. "Watch your flanks," he told a young settler, demonstrating a hold. Mira sat beside him later, watching the waves. "Sera died so kids like you could be free," he said softly. "Not weapons." His voice was steady, the words simple. Mira nodded, her small hand in his. "Not weapons," she echoed. Cole's heart swelled. She understood in her way. She learned to read under Cole's guidance. Books from the colony's library filled their days. "What's this word?" she asked, pointing. "Horizon," he replied. She sounded it out, eyes bright. Questions about the stars followed. "Are there more worlds like this?" Cole nodded. "Plenty. We'll see 'em someday." A settler watched from afar. She saw Cole and Mira, their bond forged in fire. A man once broken, now whole. A child saved, now thriving. The settler smiled, turning back to her work. Hope spread like the sea's breeze. The sun dipped low, painting the sky in golds and reds. Cole stood, Mira at his side. The horizon stretched endlessly, a symbol of new beginnings. Humanity in a cold world, warmed by small acts. Sera's message lived on. Kindness changed everything. Cole whistled softly, the tune Mira knew. She joined in, her notes clear. They walked back to their home, the sea whispering behind. The chaotic world felt distant, purpose found in protection and peace.